What funny family story do you now realize was actually kind of messed up? My mom used to brag about how she never had to potty train me because I trained myself at 18 months. She'd tell this story at every playdate, family gathering, and parent meetup. Little Meg just started using the toilet one day like magic. I didn't have to do anything. Everyone would marvel at what a brilliant, independent child I was. What actually happened was my mom would lock me in the bathroom for hours whenever I had an accident. Not as punishment, she claimed, but so I could think about what big girls do. I'd sit on that cold tile floor in my wet clothes, sometimes for 3 or 4 hours, until I figured out how to clean myself up and change my own diaper. She'd slide crackers under the door if I cried too much, like I was a dog being house-trained. By the time I turned 2, I was doing my own laundry in the bathroom sink, washing my own sheets when I wet the bed, and basically managing my entire bathroom routine alone. My mom would show off to other parents about how self-sufficient I was. Meg takes care of everything herself. She's so mature for her age. The other moms were jealous of how easy my mom had it. But it wasn't just potty training. Any mess I made resulted in immediate isolation until I fixed it. Spilled juice meant sitting in the kitchen alone until I figured out how to clean it properly. Dropped food meant no dinner until I scrubbed the floor spotless. She called it natural consequences, but I was learning that needing help or making mistakes meant abandonment. The worst part was when I got sick. At 4 years old, I threw up all over my bed in the middle of the night. Instead of helping me, my mom handed me cleaning supplies and said, "You made the mess, you clean it up." I spent the rest of the night trying to wash vomit out of my sheets with a bucket of soapy water, crying and gagging the whole time. In the morning, she told my dad how proud she was that I handled it so independently. My friends' parents started commenting on how unusually responsible I was. They joked that their kids should take lessons from me. What they didn't realize was that I was terrified of asking for help because help meant isolation, until I solved everything myself. I learned to anticipate every possible mistake and prevent it, rather than face hours alone in a locked room. When I started kindergarten, my teacher called my mom concerned because I would panic if I needed to use the bathroom or get a tissue. I'd sit in wet clothes rather than ask for help. During art projects, I'd have full meltdowns if I made the tiniest mistake. My mom told the teacher I was just a perfectionist and very independent. The breaking point came when I was 7 and broke my arm falling off my bike. I sat on the sidewalk for 2 hours trying to figure out how to fix it myself before a neighbor found me. When my mom got to the hospital, she actually seemed annoyed that I hadn't been able to handle it alone. She told the doctor she couldn't understand why I hadn't just walked home and gotten a bandage. I didn't realize how messed up this was until I had my own daughter. The first time she had an accident, my instinct was to help her immediately. When she spilled something, I automatically grabbed paper towels to clean it together. Watching myself naturally comfort and assist her made me realize what I'd been denied: basic care and support when I was vulnerable. Last month, my mom was babysitting my 4-year-old and proudly told me how she'd made her clean up her own spilled milk, just like I did with you. She said it would teach independence and responsibility. I saw my daughter's confused, scared face and realized my mom was starting the cycle all over again. That's when it hit me. I wasn't self-sufficient or mature. I was traumatized into hyper-independence because asking for help meant emotional abandonment. My mom didn't raise a capable child. She raised a toddler who was too terrified to be human. Turns out forced independence was just emotional neglect with a parenting trophy.